My name is Vine-Lott and I'm Director of Strategic Innovation at Oracle. I'm joined here today by Phil and by Peter. Thank you for joining me. And it'd be great, first of all, if you could explain what you do and where you come from in your organisation, starting with you.
Okay, so my name's Phil Toohey. I'm the Oracle Program Manager at Endava. Been there for 3 years now. We've been implementing Oracle Cloud ERP. We are wall to wall with Oracle. We use it for HR, planning, and obviously core financials.
Great.
Yeah, so it's been a great journey. We've transformed our finance function with Oracle from old legacy systems into a common platform. Mm-hmm. We have everyone using common processes, common systems. It's made a huge impact in our finance team.
And your particular role in all
My
of that?
particular role is really to drive that, to drive the change, to drive the standardisation, and just be an advocate for Oracle, and generally get it over the line, I'd say.
Exciting stuff, yes, thank you. And you?
So my name is Peter Simons, and I work in research with the Management and Accounting Unit of the association, which has been formed by the American Institute of CPAs and the UK-based Chartered Institute of Management Accountants. Mm-hmm. So in research, what I want to try and understand is how the likes of Phil are going to change the role of how business is changing, and how the role of the accountant in turn is changing.
And in terms of, because you must have a membership body in terms of a membership body. And so in terms of when they're coming to you for their style of qualifications now, in this new digital environment that has been described, what's the kind of challenges that they're facing? What are they looking for from you as a membership body?
Well, so business is transforming, and a lot of routine type roles where people used to train as accountants in business, they won't be there so much anymore. So the role of the accountant will be very different. We see they need to be much more strategic alert to the potential in these technologies, but data comes along. These are all digital technologies. There's lots of data to be analysed, so there's probably going to be much more need to understand data analytics, etc. Yes. And the role of the accountant might become much more about applying the discipline of finance in the business than about producing the information.
Right. So that's an interesting question, the producing the information.
Yeah.
Did you have a situation where you have that almost big bang from what you've described with the workforce that you've got, and then how did you make that cultural change happen?
So yeah, we had traditionally a big team of people analysing data that had been produced from disparate systems. Mm-hmm. And now we're much more confident, if you like, in the data that comes out of a single system.
Great.
So the emphasis for those people is more around, what does the information mean, rather than have we pulled it together correctly. Yeah. So there's a lot more, if you like, value add that we're looking for from a finance professional, from the finance team. Yes. We're looking for them to interpret, guide, advise on best courses of action, or corrective action even.
So that real value add, and so that your entire workforce in fact starts to skill up, while the basic things are being more done at the machine level, if you like.
Yeah. I think there's also something to be said around compliance. So, a lot of the controls that we now require are embedded in the application.
Yeah.
So
much more security.
Yeah, it's more secure.
Does that mean confidence has grown?
Yeah, definitely. Less external manual controls, more automated controls. So I think it's all about more time to focus on value add rather than what was traditionally thought of as cranking the handle.
So having made that kind of transition where you're really taking things forward, and the reflections from both of you maybe as to how you actually stay ahead of the game, I think is really the question I would throw at you first.
I think that's a good question, and we try to invest in ensuring our people are trained in the right products, and really making sure that they've got all the tools they need. With advancements comes hunger for more. You never stand still and say I've got everything I need. So there's a hunger for more tools, more information. What can I do better? What can I do quicker?
So that cloud computing environment really helps with that, in fact, because it means you're staying in the moving ahead as you go.
Yep.
So for us, the pace of change is such that you have to wonder what you put in the syllabus, because whatever you put in will be out of date pretty quickly. So the syllabus has to focus more on the sort of thinking, the mindset, the hunger that Phil talks about, to be always commercially curious. And then what we need to do is support the people with the CPE. Or CPE is continuing professional education. In the UK we say CPD, continuing professional development. But we need to equip them with better CPE support to allow them to stay relevant to business, to help them future-proof their careers.
And that relevance, I mean, for all of us is all very important, and how we go about that. So a final question, if you don't mind, for both of you. So women in tech and in finance today, what would be your advice and how are they represented in your team?
Well, I'm pleased to say that we're heavily represented by women in our finance team.
That's good to hear.
In fact, they vastly outnumber the guys. So I don't think there's anything that we need to do specifically
Best
different.
practice, in fact.
Yep. But coming back to what I said earlier, I think it's, continue to equip them with the tools and the knowledge that they are asking for to do their job to the best of their abilities.
That's
so
great. Thank you.
And yes, I'd see women very well represented at the junior levels.
Yes.
They're coming up, they're better students than the boys, and I would concede that as an accident of history, we don't have as many of them at the senior levels.
Yes.
Because there aren't so many male, pale and stale yet.
So it's a time game more than anything
I hope
else.
that's what it is, as a father of daughters. And I do think that the finance function will be more diverse in future, because we're going to have people coming from different backgrounds. There'll be a different range of skills in the finance team. And it'll be a fun place to work.
Great, that's good to hear. Thank you very much for your time today, and thank you to our guests for listening. I hope everyone has enjoyed the MBX experience, and thank you.